Alright guys, Chip Chrono is here. So in season 3, the week before tally period, we've got the first week of Chip Chrono. You can't really forge any chip at this moment. So you have to wait until the tally week, and then you can start doing all the fancy stuff with your chips. So first week of the Chip Chrono, I think you only have Chip Trip and Puzzle Rush. My suggestion is very simple. Just complete our quest, guys. It's gonna be worth it. Second week, when you can actually apply your chips, you've got 7-day journey, you've got chip surge. Again, try to complete all of them. Definitely helps a lot, and it's not that expensive. One tip I want to give is in chip surge, there's a quest of owning one 2-star purple chip, right? Don't worry if you feel like you are wasting your EXP. You can always salvage that chip and use that as EXP later for your orange chip. So if you go to a molding vehicle shop, you can now see different factions. You can craft your chips, but be very careful because the material is not very cheap. You can also see what storage you have currently. The best scenario is you have a complete orange chipset for every single formation, right? So that's 3 cars, fighter, shooter, and riders. You focus on your main truck. For me, it's shooter. Don't worry too much about your force truck at this moment. As you can see right now, we've got 4 choices at the bottom of the screen. That means for different cars, what chipset we are applying. Intuitively, obviously, you want to apply your best chipset to your best truck in the same formation. If you have a shooter truck, apply the chip of shooter chips to that truck. One important thing I want you guys to know is you don't need have a shooter faction in terms of your heroes in the car to apply a shooter chip, if that makes sense. I can have 3 fighter heroes in my first truck, but I still apply my shooter chip to my first truck. The most important thing in the early weeks, make sure you have 4 orange chip for your best truck. That's the benchmark. Then you will have this thing called chip resonance, right? Big boost. You can check it out. Again, as always, if you can, always focus on your best troop formation, therefore the best chipset accordingly. I had 200 million March CP jump for just having a 1-star complete set of orange shooter chips, guys. Your alliance should give you 20 every single day, but that means you need 40 days of alliance to actually be able to come to craft an orange chip. What you're seeing now is how you level up one specific chip, right? You can use EXP, you can also use the purple chip. If you want 1-star orange chip, then you need an extra orange chip to do the breakthrough, if that makes sense. And for 2-star, you need 2, and it gets more and more expensive. And guys, this chip system is a game changer of how you wanna distribute your resource to every single car, right? Before, I did not care about my second car at all. I only had the exclusive weapon 5-star, that's it. The majority of the resource is leaning towards shooter faction. But now, since we can't control what kind of chips we get usually, unless you have a chip choice selection chest, which are very expensive, when you open up a purple box, you are likely to get other factions orange chip. And that's why I started to kind of do everything sort of evenly, especially in research. I also decided to level up my fighter camp from Industrial 3 to Industrial 5, and that gave me 50 extra, a million power in March. Therefore, I can use the random fighter orange chip to the maximum capabilities. Guys, the strategy is very simple. If you can level up any orange chip, do it, right? Try to have the camps and the research sort of even by now. If you can craft a specific chip, always focus on your main faction. If you don't know how to apply the chips, go to your car, click chip, select the correct chip you want to use. Similar to Arena, go to Defense, select the chip, right, by just clicking on the icon. When you escort a truck, you can also do the similar stuff. Guys, I know there's a lot of content. Please don't hesitate to drop a comment if you have any questions. Well, I still remember. Cheers, guys.